Buy a car, you're not buying just a car or a piece of machinery. You're buying freedom. You're buying the idea of freedom. Now, take this job and shove it. I'm taking off to Minnesota, or I'm out of here. And that's what it is. Even though you normally drive to Pacoima or to the Safeway or to drop the laundry off or go to work, whatever, the idea is you could go California or bust, and you could be out of here. It's the last step in freeing the peasants from the land, and it's a significant issue. You know, having that freedom is a big deal. Now, the fact is, you don't always go that far, and when you do go that far, you don't usually use the car that you drive around town to do your normal errands. We've found that 100 miles range is more than enough to drive to work. You know, and I've driven from Seal Beach to Santa Ana to downtown LA to Century City, Eagle Rock, all over the place, Santa Monica. And 100 miles is more than enough to, you know, go out to lunch, give test drives, pick up stuff on the way home. 100 miles, 120 miles is more than enough. When you have a 160-mile EV1 and you go only 14 miles to work, say in Santa Ana, you actually only charge it twice a week. You know, and you probably, you know, you really have too much charge. Your battery's too big for what you need. You really only need an 80 or 100-mile range electric car. Now, the fact that not everybody wants to drive an electric car has been turned around. This is the big lie, the big misstatement, the conceptual hocus-pocus, the sleight of hand. Say, well, because you're trying to make me drive an electric car, take away my freedom, and therefore I don't want to do it, and therefore nobody should have an electric car. We're not saying that everybody has to drive an electric car. We're saying it's a good thing to have some electric cars available for sale. But at the current time, there is no plug-in car available for sale at any price except for the Tesla. And the Tesla is available with a limited numbers with a 2-year waiting list. So you pay your money now, you get the car in 2 years, maybe, all things being equal. So this is the big conceptual leak. Because an electric car isn't what everybody wants. Some people want to keep their pickup trucks or their Suburbidons or their Hummer-Dummers. Why? Because those people want their cars. Why should those who want electric cars be denied their cars? Why should they not be allowed to buy a plug-in car? Because it's nice to have a plug-in car to do your daily grind. You know, you don't have to buy any gas. The 600,000 miles that we've driven, over 600,000, in all those electric cars, in two Honda EV, 2 Honda EVs, 2 EV1s, a Ranger EV, and three RAV-4 EVs, and a couple of conversions. We had to keep buying them because they kept taking them away, or leasing them because they kept taking them away. Finally, we were able to buy the Toyotas, and they couldn't take them away, and that was good. The 600,000 miles that we drove, if that had been driven in the average gas car, that saved 30,000 gallons of gasoline. Now, even at $2 a gallon, that's $60,000 in gas, you know, that we didn't spend. And that money, you know, more than paid for our solar system. Our solar system, the first rendition was $11,000, and then I expanded it at a cost of $7,000. So, you know, we paid for our solar system in no time, but from the money we didn't spend on gasoline. Now that's despite, you know, all the so-called range limitation. We've got 600,000 miles or more than that, and others have millions of miles. And that's supposedly something that couldn't be done because, according to GM, the program was a failure, according to them. And that's just a lie, and there's a misstatement behind it. There's a conceptual hocus-pocus.